Start now with some breaking news that was first reported this afternoon by J.D. Miles online at cbsnewstexas.com. A Collin County grand jury has now indicted Karmelo Anthony.
He is accused of killing another high school student at a track meet. The story has generated national interest, and our J.D. is live at the Collin County Courthouse, where he's been gathering reaction to this decision. J.D.
Karen and Ken, Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis says his office has been presenting evidence for weeks to a grand jury panel here and asked that panel to return an indictment of first-degree murder on Karmelo Anthony, which they did today.
The black community has been scammed once again.
Duh.
It was the BLM not too long ago. Now the Karmelo Anthony case. Somebody that took somebody else's life, no matter the race, no matter the race. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Now,
every time the narrative gets uncomfortable, us black people are always trying to say they trying to tear us down. The YT people started this rumor. They the ones that's getting this out there. They the ones doing this. And instead of honesty, y'all want sympathy. But that's not what I'm here for, okay? I'm here to speak truth and facts. Drew Anthony posted on his social media that they are looking for more lawyer fees. Indigent is for poor people, people that don't have money to get a lawyer, so they have to get a court appointed because nobody has presented a lawyer to the courts. So he has to get a court appointed attorney because they ain't got no money. Ain't that what that mean? Oh, okay. And people are asking real questions because $600K didn't just disappear. The house didn't buy itself. And now y'all want more money and a free lawyer? Be fucking for real. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you erase these receipts? Because the father put it up. And I'm going off of what he's saying. Not from what I see on social media. Nope, not this time. I saw this on Facebook. Yeah, the daddy, Drew Anthony, posted it. If y'all haven't seen it, go look. But I am going to screenshot it and post it in the comments for the non-believers because it don't make no sense that y'all trying to spin it like it's some YT people made it up conspiracy. Cool story, though. Cool story, but it doesn't change the facts.
You know, it's interesting. If black people weren't so quick to react to things out of emotion and just look at things from a factual standpoint and would have just looked at this and say, hey, this little boy was in the wrong, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
It's so simple. A high school event and you brought a knife where there's already police officers and everything. It's already a safe environment. You decided to stab somebody, bro.
Bro, think about track. We all ran track. You woke up, you got your track bag, you put in there your spikes, your jersey,
maybe some snacks,
water, some snacks, and a knife.
Never.
Have you ever met anyone? I've been in track with some of the most, you know.
Boy, I ran track in the hood, summer track, since I was in the 7th grade.
I've never met someone who would think about that.
We ain't never.
At least on the meat days, we think about the race.
Yeah, I was
nobody ever brought a knife.
Are you
we
in El Salvador? Are you in El Salvador?
I see somebody bring drugs, but a knife is...
Yeah, I can see that before I can see
a
knife.
What? Knife is insanity.
Yeah, bro.
It's insanity.
This Karmelo Anthony case is really pissing me off. I don't even like talking to black people like this, but I just gotta say what I gotta say. You motherfuckers really got a problem with this man asking for $1.3 million under reasonable circumstances. This dude family receiving threats. They gotta move in another location because their address was leaked. They need security. Even the fucking judge was receiving life threats. And these people are just asking for y'all to help support them through their defense from these two aggressive young boys that tried to cause harm to him.
Yeah,
now, I got respect for Judge Joe Brown. But one thing I noticed, all these black people at the beginning who were supporting Karmelo, all of a sudden turned into a bunch of tap dancing. Bro, I had no idea the black community was so weak, bro.
Wow.
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how many sellouts we had. Basically making it seem as if Karmelo deserves to go to prison if he do get convicted from this crime.
Yes.
Judge Joe Brown, his old ass really had the nerve to sit here and say, oh, well, these young boys, they're punks, and I would have did this, and I would have did that. But guess what, motherfucker? You not him. It's easy for you to sit your old ass back and say what you would have did when you ain't got two people twice your fucking size trying to attack you. That shit really pissed me off.
Wow.
Bro. Because I grew up fighting, bro. I used to fight a lot. I done got jumped before. I know how I feel. To have people attacking you. I done been in that situation before. Actually, I done been in a worse situation than that. We got white women out here calling black kids racial slurs, raising 1.6 million within the 2 weeks. We got white people out here choking black men to death on trains, raising almost, $2-3 million within a fucking week for his defense team. And y'all motherfuckers really telling me that he wrong for asking for an additional $700,000 for a host of reasons that his family named that were completely reasonable.
This goes back to my first point of reacting out of emotion. This guy was extremely emotional, reacting out of emotion. And not once did he mention that the $700,000 should be put towards a lawyer to prove his innocence. Not once did he mention that the family spent the money and didn't put it towards a lawyer to prove that he's innocent.
They didn't have enough, bro. They had to pay off rip. They had to pay to get him out of jail. Then they had to pay for security, and they just paid for that expensive house. All that money is probably gone. Especially who's their spokesperson?
Dominique.
They probably paid him too. You don't even know he got money under the table.
It's interesting that we're sellouts and all this stuff because we don't side with him just because he's black and because we won't give our money away when we're looking at this from a factual standpoint, not a race standpoint. This is what happens when uneducated people speak from emotion and try to tear you down. Oh, I think this because I'm this way. You're the same way as me. You should think the same. That is a problem. Crabs in the bucket mentality.
Y'all remember that reaction we did a long time ago back in Louisiana? Black people versus niggas. Y'all remember that?
The Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Great video.
Chris Rock, black people versus niggas, y'all.
Phenomenal video.
Here we go. Look, black people, niggas.
Hey, man.
Exhibit A, y'all.
And now News Nation has viewed a critical piece of video evidence. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed. Anthony admits he stabbed Metcalf while both took cover under a team tent during a rain delay. But Anthony says he was acting in self-defense. News Nation's Rich McHugh has been tracking this case. And Rich, you are one of the reporters who got to view this important piece of evidence.
Wow.
Yeah, Nicole, they allowed me to view this video under strict conditions. I couldn't record anything. I couldn't take pictures. I could take notes, but that's about it. They would play it one time, and they wouldn't even rewind it or play it again, even the moment in question. So what I saw in the video was ultimately it's from the press box across the field on the 45-yard line.
It's pretty
you
far.
can view a yellow tent across the field. That's where this incident happened. There's no sound on the video, and it's raining. And you can see about 30 to 40 people around the field. It's a track meet that morning, so they're preparing for this track meet. The incident in question happens at 9:44 a.m. It's really calm up until that point, and then chaos ensues, and you can't really make up anybody. You can't make out individuals. You can see people and colors and what they're wearing, but you can't make out identities. But again, at 9:44, chaos ensues. What I did not see was any obvious physical altercation leading up to the stabbing. Now, I went inside the stadium earlier this morning to try and give our viewers a better vantage point of where this all happened. Take a look. Across the field, you can see where the press box cameras captured everything. We're on the 45-yard line here. This is where it ultimately happened. There's a tent right up here, the kind of the sports tent where everybody was huddled at 9:44. Whatever went down happened right here. Everybody kind of took off. Now, according to police reports, Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony were here at this track meet. Austin Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move out from under their team's tent when Anthony grabbed his bag, reached inside, and told Austin, quote, "Touch me and see what happens." The police report states Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move. Anthony pulled out a knife, stabbed Metcalf once in the chest and ran. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms. And now, as of last week, Karmelo Anthony indicted for first-degree murder. Nicole?
So, Rich, how might this affect court?
Well, it's a good question. Court date has not yet been set. His first appearance is set, I believe, for July 17th. This video, from what I saw, the question I have is, will they be able to enhance it and to view it, to zoom in? Because what I saw happened very quickly, and there was no obvious altercation just before. So it could be a case where both sides will see what they want to see, but the question remains, how much can they kind of alter or zoom in on this video, Nicole?
All right, Rich McHugh live for us there as this this case continues to unfold. Rich, thank you.
One of them kids might.
Somebody got the vid.
We got to keep it 100, man. This is just, you can't justify this. If people weren't quickly to react out of emotion, we wouldn't be seeing this. If the family would have told you what they were going to spend the money on, we wouldn't be doing this. Oh, we're going to go move to a safer neighborhood and buy a car for transportation. I'm not donating to that shit. Get this kid a lawyer. Your son tweaked out. You need to get him the best lawyer available. You're giving him a court-appointed attorney. He's done.
That's the craziest
They
part.
got him. That is, yeah.
He's done.
It's kind of sad because you know you got a court appointed attorney. You know you finna go to that bit.
Man, he's
And they
definitely
raised
$541,000. Since they've upped it, it hasn't gone up but like 10,000.
What was his bond again?
250.
200.
That's before the bondsman.
That's
That was
20,000.
once they lowered it. It
So
was
that-
$1 million.
Yeah, but you pay 10%.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's 20,000. So
25.
Okay, so
he paid 25. There go 25 of that right there.
Then they got a new house.
That was about
monthly
that,
though.
if they
rented.
actually paid it off, that's
It's
all the money.
rented.
Do you think they bought that house?
They said they rented it.
Okay.
Everybody's saying they rented every
What about
outlet.
what about the new car?
I don't know, but
The bulletproof.
You chose to buy that.
SUV.
Then you got to pay Dominique and security.
Yeah, Dominique got a little
Dominic, what's he
bit.
getting money for?
Bro,
He's their
for being
spokesperson.
they represent. They hired the biggest damn idiot raccoon off the street that they could hire.
Raccoon is crazy.
I wanted to call him something worse.
You could have called
us
him.
coons,
You should have
bro.
called him a possum.
I didn't
or
call
something.
him. I didn't call him a coon. I just said raccoon.
You could have called him a possum, a turtle.
Well, they got the trash, a trash bandit, a man with 10 prior arrests to represent your son. He's going to jail.
So hold on. Why did NGA? That's what his group is called.
Yes.
Why
It's
they
the
don't got?
NGIN.
Why they don't have no
What's that stand
funds?
for?
Next Generation. Oh, NGAN. Next Generation Action Network. I'm pretty sure that's
They don't
what
got
it
no
is.
money to give him an attorney.
Right.
Where Black
Right. What
Lives?
are y'all doing?
Where's Black Lives Matter?
Right. Hey, you guys are coming up with some points.
He's making points. Where is Black Lives Matter?
Nobody.
I didn't think about either of those.
This is something Black Lives Matter should stand up for. Hey, if his black life was really mattering and his black life was a threat,
Where's the money?
Where are
Why?
those 2 lesbian dykes from Canada?
They don't
Come
care.
help them.
You can't make it up. That's who started Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Yes.
Two lesbian dykes.
You think I'm
From
following
Canada?
that WNBA organization? This is a sad case, man. I'm sorry for this young man. I'm sorry for the family affected. But hey, brother, your family sold you up that road.
That's sad.
It's very sad. It's been,
Well, his family didn't though.
It was
his own decisions.
It was sad to me to watch this whole thing start. I was upset. I was angry. But there's more and more as it's played out. I'm sad for you, young man. You have a shitty family and shitty decision makers. And that's why you made a poor decision. And look, now you're suffering the consequences of that. And it's going to be real sad when you get convicted. It could have been helped at least. You could have got a plea deal. But you didn't take a plea, and you didn't get a lawyer.
I thought they had a lawyer. What happened?
They
when
didn't
he
want
started,
to pay. The lawyer resigned. They didn't pay him.
I thought they had another lawyer.
Yeah, but lawyer volunteered and resigned.
They had one before that.
They had. I thought they.
I don't know.
They
But
had about 2 lawyers,
I think
bro.
they had 2.
They had
They had
2
2.
lawyers, bro.
Anyways, guys, this is a great example of one bad decision can ruin your life and other people's lives.
They always say it.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think in the comments.